welcome to class. I'm Miss Aker. Let's start with our Brain Smart Start. Let's work on following directions. So I'm going to be whispering like this. And when I'm whispering, I want you to tiptoe around. So stand up and you're gonna tiptoe around when I'm whispering. So my voice is quiet. But then when my voice gets louder, I want you to run in place. So if I'm speaking loudly, you're gonna run in place. Do you think you can follow these directions? I bet you can. Let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna be telling a little story while I'm doing this, okay? One day, I was walking to the store and I saw something very funny. It was a funny looking dog. The dog had purple dots all over it, purple polka dots. I said, "What are you doing with purple dots all over?" And the dog said, "Woof, woof, 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 woof." And the dog was very, very friendly. So I said to the owner, "Can I pet your dog?" And the person said, "Yes, you can pet my dog." So I pet the dog very nicely. And the end. Did you follow my directions as I was telling my story? And did you tiptoe and jog in place? Great job. Let's get ready for our story that's all about telling stories and writing today. This week, we're learning all about writers and how we can be writers. We're reading stories and then we're getting inspired by them to make our own books. This book is called A Ball for Daisy. And in this story, guess what? There's no words, only pictures. This is called a wordless picture book, and we're gonna try making one today. So as we're reading, it's really important, as with all books, we don't just look for the words because, well, there aren't any, but we read the pictures. We tell the story in our own way. That's what this author is inviting us to do. Let's get started. A Ball for Daisy. Here's Daisy. Daisy is wagging her tail. Look at that. Daisy's playing with the ball, bouncing it and throwing it in the air and chasing after it. Here goes Daisy running over to it and then finally resting on the couch. Look at this picture. It has 4 different couches, but I don't think those are 4 different couches. Look at the color that they use to show that the sun is going down. Daisy's resting, then yawning, getting cozy, comfortable next to her ball, and then falling fast asleep. I think this is showing us that Daisy really loves her ball. Okay, here comes Daisy's owner, and they're saying, "Let's go to the park. Let's go on a walk." So they start walking, and they have the ball, and Daisy's getting really excited because she gets to get off her leash and go chasing after the ball. Bounce, and then brings it back, throws it again, and then throws it again here. It's going off the page. Oh no, it got stuck behind the fence. Daisy's a little worried, but her owner's coming over to help. Daisy's saying, "Thank you so much." Oh, and another dog friend is here. Let's read this picture from top to bottom. So Daisy has a new friend, and the new friend is chasing after the ball. Daisy notices that the friend gets the ball, and Daisy's looking like, "Oh no." And Daisy's getting a little bit upset because she wants her ball back. And then all of a sudden, pop, look at Daisy. Daisy's so surprised and shocked. What just happened? The ball is gone. Oh, Daisy's feeling so sad. Here's all the different emotions Daisy's feeling. Kind of confused, sad and very sad, crying and upset, now kind of feeling angry and howling. and then now just kind of disappointed. Notice how it goes from yellow to a purplish to a dark color. I think that shows just how Daisy's mood is changing, just using colors. And her owner is saying, "Come here, Daisy, it's okay. Let's go home." So they walk home, and Daisy's just feeling pretty glum, pretty sad, holding her head down, and the ball goes into the trash. Oh no. Back to the couch. So remember, it's what happens first, then next last. So first she lays down, she falls asleep. She's just snuggled in tight and missing her ball. And her owner says, "It's okay. Don't be so sad." But Daisy can't help it. She's really sad. Help me read this picture. What's happening here? That's right, they're going on another walk. She's hoping it'll cheer Daisy up. And look, Daisy's friend who broke the ball brought a new ball. Daisy's saying, which means in dog, "I'm very excited about this." Read the picture, look at the friends watching, and then they're chasing after the ball, splashing through puddles. And finally, it's time to go home. What would you say for this picture? How would you read it? Yeah, Daisy is walking home with her brand new ball, and she's feeling very happy. And the friend is feeling very proud that she made it right. Back on the couch, Daisy snuggles in tight with her brand new ball. A brand new ball for Daisy. What a great story. There are so many wordless picture books, and we're going to make our own wordless picture book today. That means a picture without any words. Let me show you. So I want to show you today how you can make your own wordless picture book. And one thing I want to show you is how you can use different shapes to make your pictures really stand out and really work on your drawing. So here I have some shapes. I have a triangle, a square, a circle, an oval. I have two rectangles, one that's standing up tall and one that's going sideways, and a diamond. There are many more shapes that we could add to this, but I'm going to keep these in my mind as I'm drawing. Here's an example of a picture I've already made with shapes. Do you notice any of the shapes that I used? Did you say triangle? Yeah, there's lots of triangles here. Do you see any other shapes? Yes, there's a square for my table, and then there's some rectangles that I used for the body of my person and even the chair. Do you see any more shapes? That's right, I see an oval and I see a circle. And this doesn't have any words, but if I read the picture, I could say, it was Luella's birthday. She was turning 4 years old, and I can see that there's 4 candles on the cake. Great, so let me show you how you can make a book. So you're gonna need some blank paper, and I have 2 pieces here. I'm gonna fold it in half to make my book. And your grown-up can help you write on the front. I like to use a marker. A skinny black one works really well. My wordless picture book. And then you can write your name at the bottom. My name is Miss Aker. Okay, now I'm ready to start my book. I'm thinking about all the shapes I can use and the story that I can tell with my picture. So I'm gonna tell the story about the time I went on a walk with my family and we climbed up a big hill. It was so big it felt like a mountain. So let me go to my first page. So first, I'm gonna start on this page. So first I'm gonna use a circle to draw my head. I'm gonna use a triangle for my body and triangles for my arms, some ovals for my feet, And I'm gonna put a smile on my face. And now I have to draw a line for where I'm standing. And then I'm gonna draw the big hill that I see in the distance. And it looks sort of like, to me, like a mountain. So I'm gonna make it a triangle. And I think this would be helpful if I drew a sun. And a sun is like a circle with the sun rays coming out. So first I went on a walk with my family. And then next, I'm gonna start to climb up that big hill. Do the same thing. I'm feeling pretty good about it. You see how I'm using different shapes in my picture to tell my story? So now I'm right next to the hill and I'm gonna get ready to climb it. Turn the page. So now I'm walking up the hill. I need to draw that triangle again. The more you practice with your shapes, the better you'll get at it. So here I am. Here's the triangle, climbing up that mountain. And I remember in the book how when Daisy's tail was wagging, there was little motion marks. So I'm gonna draw some motions like that to show that I'm walking up the hill. And here's the sun. And now I'm gonna get to the top of the mountain. So I'm gonna move, or the hill, it's like a mountain to me. Here's my triangle for my body. And here I am resting on top. And I'm just feeling really proud of myself for making it all the way up. Another circle. So I have my ovals and my triangles. And now finally, it's the end of my story. And guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run down the hill. So I need to make my triangle for my hill. Gonna put my sun again. And look what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna make it so it looks like my body is running. So I'm drawing a triangle and I'm gonna make my feet go back and my arms. And I'm gonna draw my hair going against the wind and some motion, some lines like that that show that I'm running. It actually kind of looks like I'm running backwards. That would be fun too. So now I've made, well, and on my last page, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a big circle with my eyes and a big smiley to show just how happy and proud I was after I made it down that big hill. So I have a circle, 2 circles for eyes, and my triangles for my arms and my body. Cool, and now I have my wordless picture book. And now I can color it in and I can read it to my family by telling them what I see and telling them my story that I made all by myself using different shapes, just like in the book we read today. Great job. Great job writing with me today. I hope you enjoyed reading this wordless picture book about Daisy, and I hope you'll have fun making your own stories that you can read and share with your family and friends too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Kindergarten is great at Kansas City Public Schools.
I know they have really good teachers. I know this is a great school.
They teach them stuff that I thought my kids would never be able to know at the age of 5.
Since deciding to send our kiddos to a neighborhood school, we've become even more of a part of our community.
Now is the time to enroll your future kindergartner for the new school year. Visit enrollkc.org today.
Good morning, friends, and welcome back. I'm Mrs. Gordon, and I'm so glad you are here with me to learn new things. Today, we are going to talk about the desert habitat. Yes, the desert, a very hot and dry place. I would like to create one with you today. So if you have sand on hand or some fake animals that you know that live in the desert, we're even going to talk about some cactuses with shapes today. So grab your materials and let's get started.
Deserts receive very little rainfall, only about 250 milliliters per year. Temperature can also be extreme, changing drastically from day to night. Scorching daytime temperatures can change below freezing nighttime temperatures in some regions. This largely depends on the location of the desert. With their extreme conditions, it's not surprised that plants and animals that live in the desert must have special adaptations that allow them to deal with the lack of water and changing temperatures. Some plants, like cacti, store water in their stems. Other plants develop large root systems and very few leaves, which allows them to gather what little rain does fall in the region. Some species of plants and insects have very short life, living and dying only during periods of rain. That's the different cycles. So I have my habitat. The desert habitat is mostly made of sand. Some of the animals that live there can be snakes. I'm going to place my snake in the sand. I have another different type of snake. There's different types of snakes in the desert. Then we have armadillos. An armadillo is a funny shaped animal, but they can survive in very extreme temperatures and dry heat. And then lizards. Lizards also can survive in very hot temperatures and heat. Now, we talked about a plant that you will mostly see in the desert. Let's put our habitat here. That plant is called cacti. We also call it cactus if it's one. I have different shapes of cactuses. Let's look at these various cacti and see if we can tell which shape they are made of. Remember, cacti store the water that is in the desert. The water is usually from the stems. This is the water source for our animals. Now, when we look at this one, cacti are very pointy. They have many sharp things on their stems. When we look at this one, I see several different shapes. But it looks like this one is mostly made up of a square. So we're going to call this a square cactus. Let's look at this cactus. Now it looks different from the square cactus, but if we look at this shape, it looks mostly like a triangle. It has the 3 sides. This is another water resource in the desert. There is various shapes of cactuses in the desert. Let's look at this one. This one looks oddly shaped. It looks bigger as well. Do you think this cactus holds more water? Maybe. When I look at this shape, it looks more like a pentagon. This is a pentagon-shaped cactus. Let's look at this cactus. It looks similar to the square cacti, but it's a little bit longer. It looks like a rectangle. This is a rectangle cactus. Do you think it holds a lot of water for our snakes or our lizard or our armadillos to drink? It might. Let's look at this cactus. This cactus looks oddly shaped as well. But if I had to choose a shape, it looks like a trapezoid. Trapezoid cactus. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Cactus come in different shapes. When I look at this cactus, you might see this one more in the desert. It's very familiar. It looks like an oval. This is the oval-shaped cactus. Then we have this one. It almost looks like a diamond. We also call this a rhombus. Rhombus. It has 4 sides. Do you think this cactus could supply a lot of water? I think so. Let's look at this one. This one almost looks like a circle, but it's shaped like an octagon. An octagon has 8 sides. This looks like it can hold a lot of water. When we look at the shape of our last cactus, it does look like a true circle. So this one is a circle cactus. Do you see the different shapes of our cacti? In the desert, cacti are the main water source for the animals that live there. Remember, a desert can be made of sand. And then you have various types of animals. You may see snakes, armadillos, a lizard. Depending on which region, there could also be camels or other types of insects, depending if they can survive the heat. Let's talk more about deserts. Hope you can make a habitat. You learned about the desert today, and you did such amazing work creating a habitat with me, and then even talked about cactuses with shapes. I hope you learned something about the desert. Grab your nearest adult and tell them what kind of climate it is, what type of animals live there. And until next time, I wish you well.
Welcome to Wendell Phillips Elementary School. I am the proud principal here at Wendell Phillips. My name is Takesha Brown, where we are the Tigers. Here, our learners are respectful, responsible, and safe. Come along with us and let's go take a look in some classrooms. Within those classrooms, you'll see some hands-on instruction. Students are engaged in hands-on activities. You'll see small groups, students working with manipulatives in math, real-world activities, real-world problems dealing with math. You'll see our students reading independently. We have students engaged in project-based learning. You'll see a lot of great things within our classrooms. Come along.
At
Wendell Phillips Elementary School, we serve students pre-K through 6th grade. Our mission is to ensure each student reaches his or her fullest potential as a learner, a leader, and most importantly, as a community member. Our goal is simple: teach the whole child by providing them with the tools and skills that will aid them in working toward their own success. Through a partnership with Operation Breakthrough, we offer free pre-K seats to families within the Wendell Phillips school boundaries. This partnership allows us to provide a quality, early learning education that will help prepare young students for success in kindergarten. As soon as students start kindergarten, we focus on literacy. We believe to be successful in any space, students must have strong reading and writing skills. We partner with organizations such as Lead to Read and Patrick Mahomes and Mahomes Foundation. Teachers in each grade level partner together to help students within their grade grow to the next level. Through small groups, students who are on similar levels work jointly to master a learning target and move on to the next. From those who are a little behind to those students who are ahead, these small groups promote confidence and mastery for all of our students. Our school is unlike many in the city. We offer a full range of autism-specific classrooms. From kindergarten through 6th grade, we have a full staff of trained specialists who help our students thrive in a structured setting. Our teachers understand the importance of providing social skill instruction and setting realistic goals and timetables for student success. Along with classes like music, art, and PE, we offer iSpark or STEAM to each of our grade levels. Students have access to interactive tools to open a world of science, technology, and math using hands-on curriculum. As students grow into older grades, we offer a variety of activities and clubs to encourage their interests. We host a yearly spelling bee for students in 3rd grade through 6th grade. Our National Elementary Honor Society program recognizes students for their outstanding academic achievement. We also offer chess club, art, gardening, sewing, technology, and band. We also focus on positive behavior. In partnership with Church of the Resurrection, students who do well in the classroom earn Tiger Bucks to shop at the Tiger store. Once a month, students can take their earned Tiger Bucks and visit the school store to purchase a variety of goodies. The items in the store, as well as the volunteers, are provided by the church. At Wendell Phillips, we believe each student is special. Our administrative team and staff work tirelessly to support our families. We strongly believe that it takes a village to raise a child. Therefore, we are committed to collaborating with all to meet the needs of our students and their families.
Thank you for visiting Wendell Phillips today. I'm hopeful that you will come back and visit us again. If you are interested in scheduling a tour, please call 816-418-3906 and speak with Mrs. Nolan, the secretary. She would gladly schedule an appointment for you. Again, thank you so much for visiting Wendell Phillips, home of the Tigers! Yes!
Hey Kansas City, here's your breakfast burritos with pico bandera. What about that? Hey Kansas City, it's Chef Tom at the Cardinal Cafe, downtown Kansas City. part of the Kansas City, Missouri School District. How you doing today? Hey, we got something pretty cool we're gonna do today. Today we're gonna work on some breakfast burritos. Okay, I love a breakfast burrito, and the more stuff in it for me, the better. Today we've got some sausage. We're using turkey sausage today. Anymore, there's a lot of people that don't eat pork sausage, and when we're doing this for a lot of people, we need to be as user-friendly as we can be, so we're gonna go with the turkey sausage. We've made some amazing fried potatoes that we're gonna put in there. We've got our eggs, some cheddar cheese, we've got some nice big flour tortillas, and over here we got some pico bandata. All right, now, we've talked about pico bandata in past episodes, but I think it's worth mentioning again. The pico bandata is the 3 colors of the Mexican flag: red, white, green, okay? So we have red, which is our tomatoes, white, which is our onion, and green, which is our cilantro. We also have lime, we have garlic, salt, pepper, cumin, okay? Any way that you want to make pico, you can make pico de gallo, and that can be whatever you want. But pico bandata has to be red, white, and green, okay? It's kind of like getting feta cheese from Greece. Feta is only found in Greece, and it's copyrighted because it's a white briny cheese from Greece. Every other white briny cheese like that crumbles cannot be called feta unless it's from Greece. So that's why our pico bandata is pico bandata, 3 colors of the Mexican flag. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna fire up our skillet, because very honestly, when we make these breakfast burritos, we're gonna make basically a nice big scramblet. We're gonna put our eggs and our potatoes and our sausage in our pan, and as it's getting hot, we're gonna cook up those eggs, and what's gonna happen is we're gonna make 2 of these, okay? Because we always make 2. And once we get our ingredients done for our first burrito, then we're gonna move over here to the stove, and we're gonna show you how we work with these beautiful flour tortillas, because if we try to roll a burrito just like this is, we're gonna wind up tearing the tortilla. So we'll get to that in just a second. Right now, we're gonna start with a little bit of butter in our pan. And you can see, I know we touched on these induction burners last week, but this pan gets hot so fast, it's unbelievable. You can see already that our butter is getting hot. That beep beep, when you take the pan off of that burner shuts off, okay? So there's a very light chance of ever getting burned by an induction burner unless you're up here in the pan. Underneath, you're fine. So we're gonna start by getting some of this nice turkey sausage in our pan. Okay? We're gonna take our spatula. This is a heat-treated, red-handled, white blade spatula. Because it's heat-treated, it can go into the hot pan. And what's funny is this pan has been on for less than a minute, and you can hear our sausage starting to sizzle in there. Okay? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna shake some potatoes in. A lot of people like their potatoes on the side, but I used to work with a guy out at Overland Park Regional Hospital. He worked my grill. And this guy, every Friday, he did breakfast burritos. Homemade salsa. I mean, this guy was really great on the grill. And the first time I had one, it had potatoes in it. I was like, Roberto, what's up? He's like, oh, that's when it's best. So I gotta tell you, I've had potatoes in my omelets ever since, and I love it. Okay, our potatoes and our sausage are getting hot in there. We're gonna go ahead and crank up the heat a little bit on this guy, because we're gonna get ready to put our eggs in. And when I say we're making a scramblet, we're just kind of making some scrambled eggs with stuff in it. Okay, if we were making a true omelet, we go ahead and fold it like an omelet, and we may do that anyway, just, well, because I like to show off a little. So, everything in here is nice and hot, right? Let's get half this amount of eggs in, because I've got 6 eggs in my container. So we'll use 3 eggs on each omelet. And right now, these eggs are gonna begin to cook just as quick as you can imagine. But we've got everything in there except our cheese for this amazing, amazing burrito. But you know what I like in my burrito? I like pico right in my burrito, okay? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna have it on the side, but guess what? I like it right in there. I'm gonna put that right in there. So you can see, if you look at the edges of our pan, that our egg is starting to turn white in there, and that means it's cooking, okay? Yeah. See us moving it around. You can see the bottom of this egg is done already. Okay? We're just gonna take it, we're gonna flip it a little bit. There we go. Get that to that side. So you can see that the filling for omelet number 1 is just about ready already. And you can also see that this is going to be a nice big full omelet. I'm sorry, burrito. Okay, we're going to shut off this heat real quick. Take this guy off, just shake him up a little. There we go. We're going to get some cheese right up in there, okay? Because who does not love nice cheddar cheese in their eggs? Now, here we go. Here's the thing, you guys. Our eggs are ready to go. We need to get a tortilla ready, right? So what's gonna happen is we're gonna take this tortilla and we're gonna start the fire on the stove and we're gonna warm this tortilla up right on the fire, okay? Let's go over and see what happens here. First off, we're just gonna get our fire going. And it is fire, so yes, it's hot. We're gonna turn it down just a little. And we're gonna get this tortilla, and we're gonna put them on halfway, just like that. The thing is, you don't wanna let it sit too long halfway on, okay? Because if you let it sit too long, you're gonna wind up actually burning up your tortilla. I don't mind if it gets a little tiny bit brown here and there, but I don't want it to burn. Like here on the edges, you can see we're getting a little brown. That's okay. Oh man, it smells good. And honestly, I love cooking in this kitchen because everything smells so good when we're doing it. We're gonna give that just like one more little second. That's maybe one more second. Yeah. We're gonna kill our heat. We're gonna come back to the board. Whoo, is that hot? Okay. We're gonna get this eggs onto our burrito. Now, me personally, I think that's a great plenty. I'm just gonna take the rest and scoot it over here. Set this guy back on the heat. Now, when we roll a burrito, we're gonna get this baby just like this in our hands, and we're gonna turn the inside, and we're gonna pull these little wings in, just like that. And we're gonna go just like that, okay? We're gonna set this guy over here on this plate just to relax. And we're gonna get this second one going real quick, okay? Turn on our heat, get our butter. Okay? And now you can bet this pan is still holding a little bit of its heat. So with the induction burner, it's gonna get hotter quicker. We can go ahead with this turkey sausage. Yeah. You see a funny thing. This tortilla laying over the burrito is actually holding the heat in. You know, here's the thing, when you're doing a live shot on TV, you gotta use whatever tricks you know to kind of make it happen. That's one of my favorites. Okay, our sausage is starting to sizzle. Let's get our potatoes in. Okay, we're just gonna scrape this out. Get every one of those delicious little potatoes in there. This time though, I'm gonna throw my pico bandera in before my eggs, because what I'd like to happen here is I want to go ahead and mix some of that flavor in with everything else that's in there already, okay? And really, it doesn't matter one way or the other, which way you do it. This is just the way I like doing it. Oh man, that's amazing. You can't even believe how good that smells. So we're going back to 3 eggs, just like we had before. We're gonna pour that right in here. And you know from every single time that we've gone ahead and done this, that when we started, we actually cracked our eggs into a separate container and examined them to make sure that we don't have any shells in there, that we've got perfect eggs every single time, okay? You go ahead and we're just gonna start mixing this egg mixture up. Looking delicious as usual. And I have to tell you, tomorrow, we're gonna be putting on a breakfast right here in the Cardinal Cafe for some folks, where we're featuring breakfast burritos. My students are gonna be making pancakes, they're gonna be making biscuits and gravy. And it's really an exciting thing because this is the first time that we're opening to an audience this year because of the whole COVID thing. We just haven't been able to do that. So, you know, the students are excited, I'm excited, and I'm pretty sure the people that are coming in to eat are excited as well. It's gonna be just like an episode of Hell's Kitchen. Okay, not really. But it is gonna be a lot of fun. All right, so look at that. Our eggs are done. We're gonna kill the heat and we're gonna throw our cheese in. Yeah, that looks amazing. We're just gonna mix this up a little bit. That's right where we wanna be. Look at that, so good. Okay, we've shut our heat off on this pan, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this other tortilla. And we're gonna do what? That's right, we're gonna get it on the fire. Get our fire up. You always wanna turn your fire down some, okay? I like to go to a medium-high heat when I'm doing this because the fact of the matter is if I throw this tortilla shell on a really hot fire, I'm gonna burn it up every single time. We don't ever have to be in a hurry, okay? It's not a race. In fact, I'm just gonna turn it down a little more because you can see the center of the burner, that heat's really coming up. It's really cooking. So let's turn it down just a little. We'll throw that guy right on there. Just gonna give it 5-10 seconds. Turn it. You can see right here how it's already getting a little crisp. Oh man, you can smell it. And I don't know if you've ever worked somewhere or eaten somewhere that has fresh tortillas that they're making right there on the line, but it's amazing. I worked at the Ameristar Casino when it first opened and we had this big tortilla maker. And we had to make the dough, but when we would make the dough, we made these 1-ounce balls. And what would happen is you'd put it in the top of the maker and the conveyor belt would take it and the press would press it down and you'd have all these hot lights that would actually bake the tortilla as it came around and then it would shoot out the bottom. And I'm certain that we ate as many of them as we made, you know, hate to say that to the casino, but man, we loved them. They were so good. So we're gonna take this other bunch of egg and sausage and potato. We're gonna get it into our tortilla. I mean, that looks amazing in there. We're gonna go ahead and give it a wrap. Remember, we're gonna tuck these wings in every time. And just finish our wrap just like that, okay? Now, we're gonna set this guy over here. But here's the thing. We're ready to set up our plates, right? What do we do to our plate every time we set up a plate? We grab a little tiny bit of garnish. You know what, today we have some oranges. It's not huge garnish, but you just want a little color on the plate. Well, we're gonna cut those oranges. What do we have to do first? We always have to sharpen our knife, okay? Now, I know that when I'm sharpening this knife, people are like, well, that's not how you do it. Well, you know what, you can do it this way. But realistically, when I have my steel down on my counter, I have a really nice amount of pressure on my blade as I'm coming across, honing that blade, okay? And that's what's happening is you're honing that blade right now. So, one other thing that we always do is clean our knife right after. Let me grab my towel, I'll be right back. Okay, our blade is good to go. Let's grab an orange, slice that baby open. Now, do we really need 5 slices of orange per plate? No, not really, but I like it. So, I'm gonna take the bottom plate. I'm gonna grab 5 slices. I'm gonna grab this plate. I'm just gonna fan these babies out a little bit. Okay? Really, you do not have to be a perfectionist. You just have to do the best you can. Guess what? There's some of our fresh pico bandera, right? Now, myself, I like to cut a burrito in half, and I'm telling you, I'm hoping for the best. Oh yeah, there it is, look at that. That is what I'm talking about, Kansas City. That is an amazing breakfast burrito. We're just gonna put this on the plate just like that, and then we're gonna set up our second plate. You know what, it makes me so happy right now. I know it sounds silly, but ever since I was a kid, all the time I've been cooking, when I can put out a plate like that, I am thrilled. And really, if your kids come to Manual, this is what they're gonna learn. And this is the excitement that they're gonna learn about food. I mean, honest to goodness, we started out with very plain ingredients. And I don't know anybody that wouldn't love that. You know what, you don't have to use turkey sausage. You can use bacon, you can use ham, you can use pork sausage, you can use steak, okay? You can do it a million different ways. But I'm just telling you, if your kids, your children, become students here at Manual, these are the things they're gonna learn. They're gonna learn to take simple, good food and make it into something amazing. And it happens every single day. With my partner, Chef Dan, and I, there's never any question that's not a great question. We love our students to ask questions. One of our favorite questions is, hey, what if? What if we did this? What if we tried that? You know, it's a lot of fun. Tell you what, let's cut this other burrito. Let's get it on a plate. Look at that. It's just happy. You guys, these are breakfast burritos with pico bandera. I'm gonna tell you what, I honestly hope you make this at home. I hope you love it. And if you do, snap a picture of it, send it to me. I'm at tbelisle@kcpublicschools.org. I tell you what, Kansas City, it doesn't get any better than this. Have a great day.
Welcome to Lincoln College Prep Academy Middle School, where we cultivate leaders socially and academically so that they can effectively interact with the global world. We are excited to have you here. Thank you for joining us and enjoy this amazing student experience.
At Lincoln Middle, we serve students in 6th through 8th grade. We are home to challenging programs that yield great results. Our standardized test scores have established Lincoln Middle as a premier middle school on a local, regional, and state level. Our unique learning community values and demonstrates respect for individuals and the educational experience at every level. The team of teachers at Lincoln are dedicated to your child's success. We provide ongoing professional development so our teachers have the support needed to be innovative in the classroom. Core classes are located together by grade to create a synergistic team. Many of our classrooms open into hallways to provide independent and small group study areas, as well as large group presentations. Elective courses are located together to continue to build teamwork between teachers. Plus, our administrative team is located throughout the building in core areas to provide students easy access to advisory and support needs. We offer a range of regular and advanced classes for our students. Our goal is to inspire our students to step outside their comfort zone, to be challenged to learn more than traditional standards. By taking at least one advanced class, students are better prepared for success in high school. World languages are important at Lincoln Middle. Studies have shown that students who learn a second language are more successful in school. We offer French, Spanish, and Mandarin Chinese. We are proud to offer a variety of opportunities in art for our students as well. Our programs include band, orchestra, drawing and painting, ceramics, and sculpture. In fact, a recent painting completed by several of our students is part of the permanent collection at the Nearman Museum. We encourage our students to excel not only in the classroom, but also in extracurricular activities. We believe activities and clubs are an important part of student life and help reveal a student's commitment to making a meaningful contribution beyond their schoolwork. 7th and 8th grade students have access to a full range of athletics throughout the school year, including volleyball, soccer, wrestling, track and field, swim, basketball, flag football, cheerleading, and dance. We also offer a variety of clubs and activities, including student council, yearbook, debate, poetry cafe, Latin X, photography, international club, kindness hearts, and much more. At Lincoln, we go beyond high academic achievements. We are also nurturing extremely capable, creative, and ethical leaders who leave our school ready to positively change the world. Thank you for taking this tour with us.
Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed your tour. If you would like more information or would like to schedule an individual tour in person, please contact the school office at 418-1500. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to Harold Holiday Montessori School. I am Principal Bass Barlow and I have the privilege of leading this fine public Montessori school. Holiday is an association of Montessori International School. As a member school, we adhere to rich Montessori principles and practices. Our teachers are Montessori trained, our assistants have Montessori certifications, and our students have uninterrupted work cycles. In their prepared environments, children have a freedom of choice. where they develop order, repetition, and concentration. Here at Holiday, we serve children ages 3 to 12 in grades pre-K through 6th grade.
Welcome to the Children's House. In this environment, we have a mixed age group of children from the ages of 3 to 6. The prepared environment and the adult offer the children opportunities to reach their full potential.
In the Children's House environment, we focus on practical life, sensorial, math, language, and cultural activities. These activities are all developmentally appropriate for our children.
Welcome to Lower Elementary, where we educate students ages 6 through 9. Here, we foster personal responsibility, independence, collaboration, critical thinking, as well as problem solving.
This is Upper Elementary, where we serve students grades 4 through 6 or ages 9 through 12. Students build on core values and lessons that they've learned previous years while becoming school leaders.
We partner with the Heartland Chamber of Music to offer String Sprouts. This program teaches our students instrumental music starting at the age of 3.
We work with our community partners to build leadership skills in real-world environments. One example of this is our composting initiative with KC Can Compost.
For visiting Holiday Montessori School. If you'd like more information about our fine Montessori program, please call 816-418-1950 and we'll schedule a one-on-one tour with you. We look forward to sharing with you more about the great things that are happening here at Harold Holiday Montessori School.